I'm exhausted. It's 4th of July. Happy 4th of July, everybody. It's just a very long, exhausting weekend. We had a bunch of parties we went to. I'm just tired. And I woke up Saturday night into Sunday morning, like in the middle of the night, just itching like crazy. Itching like crazy. And I'm like, what in the hell did I do? And the only thing I could think of was I wrestled with my buddy Mike at a bonfire Saturday night. I'm like, what are the odds I rolled in like poison ivy or something? But we were in the middle of his yard. Like, usually don't get poison ivy growing in the middle of a yard. And I'm like, what the hell? So I woke up and sure as hell it was poison ivy, like head to toe, it's all over me. And then I remembered earlier Saturday morning when we were out mowing, me, Billy, and Max, I had to cut these vines down off this lady's doorway. I'm like, you know what? I bet you that was poison ivy. And the worst part about it is while we were at that bonfire Saturday night, and I was doing a little drinking, I went pee like 3 times. I'll let you figure that one out on your own while I enjoy this amazing monster mocha bean to try to get me motivated this morning. Because it's 4th of July, me and Billy are mowing. Billy, what are you drinking this morning?
White pineapple.
White pineapple monster? Is that one of the rehabs?
Yeah.
Heck yeah. So yeah, we're out mowing. Here we go. So it's raining all day and it's crappy, and it's supposed to stop by like noon. It is noon 03 right now, but it's definitely not stopping. We just got back. We went to the dealer to get some oil and stuff. I did fix the Toro grandstand. When I say I did, I mean Billy and I did. So the problem it was having was every time that we turned the key on, the battery light would come on and it wouldn't shut off. We had to jump it every time. And if I put the power chute up or down, it would bog it right down. If I put the blades on, it bog it right down. And it just, the charging system wasn't working. So I watched a YouTube video, naturally, and I tested the stator, which right here, this is your voltage regulator. So these two, this one plug right here with the 2 white wires go to your stator. And it comes out in AC voltage. This one here goes to your battery to recharge your battery, and that's DC. So you have 4 diodes inside there to convert it from AC to DC. So how you test it is you pull both these off, you start the mower and you stick your positive and negative, one in each side of this plug that's coming off the stator, and you should be around 33 volts, somewhere in that vicinity. If you are, then your stator is good. So ours was good. So what we did is then we plugged this back in. We plugged this one in, started it again. That's at full throttle, by the way. Both of these are with it at full throttle. So we put the jump pack on, started it again, plugged both these back in. We touched our positive to here and our negative to negative of the battery. This should be around 14 to 16, somewhere in that area. If it's not, then this voltage regulator right here is bad. So we were at 9.2 with it at full throttle. That told me this voltage regulator was bad. So I took this one off of the old engine that I had on this machine before I put the brand new engine on this winter, put it on there and started it up. As soon as we started up, we had to jump it again, but as soon as we started up, the battery light went out, and then this was then reading 16.2. Now it fires up every time, and our charging system issue is over. So we scraped decks, sharpened blades, and all the mowers. The next thing we're doing is, we told you guys a few videos ago, this right hand side control, you push it forward a lot of times and it sticks. You let go and it doesn't come back. It stays there. I thought the hydro was going bad. So what somebody had told me in the video was, down in here, there is actually 2 bearings in there, one in each side with a sleeve in between, and those bearings go bad. He said he took his to the dealer. It was under warranty. They replaced those bearings, and it was good to go. So we went to the dealership. We had to get oil because they both need oil changes. We have filters, but these are the bearings. that come inside. Let's see if I can give you a part number is 99502H. And it's a common bearing for SCAG mowers. My dealer told me that they use these bearings in almost everything on the machine. So they all take the same thing. So we're gonna pull this apart and replace it. But I'll show you real quick how we're gonna pull this apart. So the rod lever here with the ends on it, kind of look like tie rod ends on a vehicle, with these rod control levers. You take that off. Those are 1/2 inch bolt with a lock nut on it. You take that off, and then there's a bolt that runs straight through here, comes straight through the whole thing. Lock nut on this side, the bolt comes in from the outside, and oddly enough, the only one that fits tight on there is 14 millimeter. I don't know why it's different, but so anyway, we're gonna pull this rod lever off, and then we're gonna pull that bolt out of there, and this handle should come right out of here. Then I'll bring you guys back and show you once I have it out of there, and we'll see what it takes to get those bearings out. So this is your control lever. You can see there's the one bearing right there. This came from the side that really wasn't that bad, but it is kind of locked up, like it doesn't turn that easy at all. So this side would have been going bad too. I figure since I'm doing one side, I'm doing them both. This side spins nice and easy. This side keeps getting gummed up. I'm actually surprised this side wasn't locking up too. But so what we're gonna do here is see if I can just hit this sleeve. Is that one moving down there? No. Let's see. That one come down a little bit? No. I may have to actually press these out, but my dealer said, the guy said in the video that said he had to have his dealer do this, he said they had to press, the dealer to press them out and press the new ones in. But my dealer told me that he doesn't think that's the case. He says he don't think they're pressed. So I'm gonna tap on these suckers a little bit more, and I'm gonna find out if they're just gonna press out that easy or not. Okay, so we got them out, just had to give them a little extra love. So this is your centerpiece here, and each one of these bearings sit like that on there, and like that on there, and then your bolt runs through. So that's how they sit on there. Like I said, these ones ain't too bad. I mean, they're definitely binding a little bit, but not too bad. This side isn't the side that was sticking. This one here, that one's definitely getting bad. So it would only been a matter of time, not too long before this took a crap too. But if you look down inside here, it's kind of recessed. There's a lip right there, and it's like that on both sides. So the bearing just sits down on top of that on both sides. And that's all there is to it with this centerpiece in there. Okay, so these are the new ones. It really doesn't matter. They're not beveled on either side. It really don't matter which way they go in. Just kind of get it on there. You want it as even as possible. A little taparoo. Recessed right in there. Now the thing about it is you can use a press and press it in there, but I wanted to try it this way first to see if it'll actually go in this way, because I know not all of you guys have a press. Like I have a big commercial press, but I know not all you guys have one, so I wanted to see how well it would work doing it this way to be able to tell you guys if, hey, you know, this is gonna work and you guys can do it without having a press. So I'm just gonna lightly tap this to get it lined up with that center roller there. And you guys, you don't have to have one of these. This is a bearing and race, or bearing race and seal driver. It's a whole kit. They're not that expensive. You get them from Harbor Freight. I've had this one for years. But you can use a socket. I've done that many times in the past. You just keep going around. can do it like that to get it evenly, to get it even. And you just want it recessed so it's not sticking up above that lip. And now they will spin nice and free. So that one spins free. That one spins free. And that's all there is to it. And then we just put it back together with them same 2 bolts I showed you before.